What's going on, guys? And today I'm going to be running through tactics and explaining them. Also, if you just want to play your own formation, I'm going to let you know how tactics work and kind of how to fit them into your system, because it is different this year and it's a lot more complicated, but I'm going to give you my understanding of it, and it's been working pretty well for me. Also, I just packed Vinny, which is pretty cool. I just wanted to kind of share that as well. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So I don't use my default tactics. I have 4-4-2 tactics, 4-1-2-1-2 tactics, and the 4-5-1. I've actually been using the 4-5-1 tactics more than all of the other ones lately. However, the other formations have been working very, very well as well. One of the things I'm gonna say though is I'm actually gonna go to the quote unquote meta formation that I have it named as. And when you're doing tactics, you really want to look for players that have the playmaker plus or whatever player role, and make it sure that you want the plus or the double plus on that player. Now, obviously some of the players you're going to be using at the beginning aren't going to have it, but for example, right, like Joe Gomez has stopper plus, or he has ball playing defender. So depending on which one you want, I'm going to give him stopper plus so that he focuses more on like pressuring attackers and passes and stuff like that, right? But you want to make sure that they're really using these positions, right? You can also keep him as like a fullback, but what I've seen is that like no matter what formation you play, as long as they have the player like role plus or plus, they actually do very, very well. So for example, like in my draft, this is my draft team over here. Just very average team, to be honest, but as you can see, like a lot of them are in their plus positions. So basically what I do is for the tactics and for them to work very well, especially if you watched our video on what to do with your FIFA points and you're playing drafts and stuff, or you're going to wait and start playing drafts when the game fully releases, what I recommend doing is just putting all of the positions and player roles, usually switch them with ball. So this is what it looks like with the ball. Without the ball, they defend in the natural like formation. This is with the ball, and they look out of position, but they actually play very fluid football. And on draft, I'm actually like 54 and like 1. I've gotten a few disconnects, unfortunately, because I had some issues with my power. I think we come back. It's short-circuited. But the point is it works very, very well. As you can see, all my players pretty much have their plus play style, except for like 1 or 2, because if I did playmaker plus, I'd have no defense. So one of them I leave on holding, and the other ones, right, I have Griezmann, who is advanced forward plus, Davinia is half winger plus, De Jong is playmaker plus, Nakata's playmaker plus, Okocha's playmaker plus, Davies is wingback plus, Todibo's stopper plus, Company is a ball playing defender plus, and Gusto I kept back a little bit, because if I gave him attacking win back, we'd have kind of no defense, which does work, but sometimes, you know, you want to have 1 or 2 players that don't have to follow it. However, what I used to do, and I still kind of do it just aside from this one player, is you always want to make sure that you've got the plus and the plus on the players, and it makes them play 10 times better, right? And I know obviously you guys might have a lot more budget teams, which I'll make videos on what I think the best starter budget teams are. Obviously I'm on like my pay to win account, but I'm going to start a road to glory and stuff like that and like grind it up with you guys as well, so that you guys can like, you know, relate more to those teams rather than my like kind of pay to win with Vinny Hansen team, and soon to have Mbappe as well, my pro team. But yeah, this is kind of what I've been doing, and it's been working very, very well. So if you don't really have an understanding of the tactics, just look at what players you have, or if you want to copy my tactics, if you want to make sure to like utilize it to the best possible tactics, make sure to find players that have this like plus position. So if we go back to my tactics real quick over here, in my regular team, if you can find players that fit my tactics that I've been using so far, in the 4-5-1, for example, you can really utilize this to the very, very extent. So I think advanced forward is actually the best role. I think, I don't know if Mbappe has the advanced role plus. I know R9 has it. I obviously don't have R9. A lot of you guys probably don't have R9. Probably 99, if not 100% of you guys don't have R9. But I think advanced forward plus is the best in this position. So if you can find a player who has advanced forward plus, or you can find a plus, that is probably the best to play in this position. I think that both your right mid and left mid need to be inside forward. If you look at with the ball, it kind of looks like a 4-3-2-1 kind of thing, kind of formation. So it's pretty good. I just like it because I have a lot of midfielders. I like playing through the middle a lot and not so much wide, which is why I like playing this formation. But the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow kind of limits me too clustered in the middle, but I do like this kind of like formation. So I've been using the playmaker plus on Williams because she has a double, right? Patri, I have her on holding because unfortunately there's no CDM in this formation, and if I give her playmaker plus, she goes too far up. So I went ahead and did the same thing as I did with DePaul in the draft and made her holding. And then for Modric, we have box to box. So if you can find a player who has box to box like playstyle plus, I think Thuram has that one. Not playstyle plus, sorry. Player role plus. Thuram is a good player who has that. I don't really know too many other ones. You can check on like foot.gg and stuff like that for players in that position. And I'll also make a cheap video on like players you guys can use. Inside forward is very, very good, which is why I use Hansen there. Like I said, this is kind of my budget team. I've just been really running drafts and stuff and not so much using my main team because we're still trying to build it up before like pro ladder. And, you know, even then it's still pretty good without the player role pluses, but with the player role pluses, it makes it 10 times better. And I think that's kind of like the meta this year from what I'm understanding. Obviously, we're still very early in, so I'll keep updating you guys on stuff like that. But stopper plus is very, very good. And I have ball playing defender for Ake. Munoz, I like to have wing back. I think it's very important to have at least one fullback going up. So if you can have one fullback that's like kind of a wing back, it does very, very good. And sometimes I get caught out on the counterattack a little bit too much, but sometimes I like to have both of them on win back plus. But I guess that just kind of depends how much you like your fullbacks going forward. Wing back plus is very, very good, and it really like pushes your players, especially the ones that are inside forward like Hansen, to like come into the center, and then you have a very good overlapping option with your fullbacks, and they don't really get caught off too much on defense. But that being said, with these tactics, one thing I'd be very, very careful with is if you are going to use like fullbacks and stuff like overlapping, you really want to make sure that you have them on your defense, like multiple left backs and right backs to switch them out, right? Have a sub for them. Usually my depth, I like to play a bit higher depth. I usually do like maybe like a 61. I do like playing that kind of higher depth, and my build-up style is balanced. Some people I've seen use counter. I don't really like counter because it could be good, but the thing is it really kills your player stamina, and I think stamina already gets kind of killed very quickly in this game. So I don't love having something too crazy with that. But on my bench, for example, like I've got a left back to take off, usually for Robinson or sometimes for Munoz, depending who's more tired. Normally I have a second one, but I think I actually sold my second right back to make some more coins because I had them as an investment. And the same thing goes for it with your like midfielders. I think midfielders and like your fullbacks are the ones that get the most tired in this year's game. Your forwards are usually okay unless they have really bad stamina, or maybe I just have too good forwards. I haven't even used Vinny yet, but I would use Chiesa before, and Chiesa would sometimes get too tired, and he has 84 stamina, which is pretty good. So usually what I find, you need to defend, you need to like switch either your wing backs, usually your center mid and your box to box midfielder, and then one attacker. So that right there should be what, that's like 4 or 5 subs right there. So usually those are the positions you want to really switch in these tactics. And like I said, look for those players that have those plus positions. Chemistry is important at the beginning. As long as you start the game in whatever formation gives you the most chemistry, it helps out a lot. Get the chemistry up as much as you possibly can. I know I don't have too many, but like I said, this is kind of an investment team. But get that chemistry up, and then once you get that chemistry up, you just head over to formations, team management after clicking L3, and then you can change any one of these tactics. But anyways, guys, if you made it this far into the video, let me know if these tactics have worked very well for you. I'll keep updating you guys on stuff like that and different tactics. Depending on like when they come out. I'm not going to post too many tactics though, unless it's like really game changing, just because I don't want to just plague you guys with tactics and like lie to you guys like, oh, best tactics, this that, right? I just wanted to give you a brief explanation of like what I feel like tactics have been working and like how it works in any formation, but also at the same time give you my best 4-5-1 tactics that I have been very much enjoying. And I think a lot of people in the community have also been playing this or something very similar here. Like I said, I like to switch it up a little bit, and I went into it like depending on if I want to switch my fullbacks going forward, or sometimes I even switch Modric to a playmaker as well, or whoever's in that position, depending on my super subs and stuff. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Let me know what kind of other videos you guys want to see. If you guys want to see me build up that budget team for like FUT Champs coming up, or just division rivals in general. And I'll also be putting out some tutorials and stuff because I know some of you guys have been really struggling on attacking and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video, and good luck on your packs and your games. Anyways, guys, take care.